Okay, I got 3 trains finished today. The first one I'll be showing you is my San Francisco trolley car. This is a Lionel, but it's got the new higher grade rollers on here. A couple of the upgrades, I did Dremel down this rubber roller so that it wouldn't teeter-totter on the rails, so that helps a bit. It's got the original bump and go track, but then I don't have a AC controller for my track, so this one is completely independent. I have there's a knob right here, which is hooked up to a pulse width modulator right here, which is painted black. So there's the main board for the modulator, and then to control it, I just turn that knob, and you really don't see it. But that's my speed control. So when I click this on here and I put it on my track, it turns on everything else. But let's see, like this one should be this one right here. So there we go. So it'll do its bump and go, and then if I want to change the speed, I just have to turn this down a little bit. And so now it'll go. It's a little slower. I didn't move it very much. But see, I can turn it way down. We'll see what it does. But this way I can control the speed. At this speed it usually doesn't work very good because it doesn't have enough impact. Yeah, see? Doesn't have enough impact to actually click that switch in there. So it depends. It might just be if I hold this down. So sometimes it works, but you get the idea. I also added a bulb in here instead of the LED, which I like the colors a little bit, and the directional lighting. Directional lighting works, so it'll be on going forwards, and then it clicks off when it goes the other way. It'll click back on if it's going fast enough, like that. So there you go. That's the trolley. I did drill holes for a previous project. I had reverse lights on here, and I don't want to do those anymore. So I'm going to have little stickers on here that say, advertising. So I think this will be one of the San Francisco streets. I forget what it was, but this will be a San Francisco thing. All right, and then the next one we'll do the Jurassic Park locomotive I got here. It's got Jurassic Park names on here. This has a different board in it. It's got a Bluetooth board in it, so I can have the different sounds on here. And I got the universal remote, and I got a Jurassic Park emblem here. So everything works. I got forward, and because it's Bluetooth, I now have directional lighting. So I got directional lighting. I got a bell. And horn, forward and back. You saw forward and back. Let's see reverse. There you go. This works. That's all I want it to do. So a nice little horn, and I can adjust the pitch and all that stuff. But that's the Jurassic Park. Finally got that running. This is probably the coolest one I got. You wouldn't think it because it's just Thomas, but I've done a ton of work to this one. First one is I have wiggly eyes, so it's counterweighted, so when he flies around turns, he will actually change his eyes based on the G-force on that little paper. There's a little weight inside. So when he turns left, he looks left. When he turns right, he looks right. But I can't really show that on the thing, but it's less weird than and he's got kind of a starey face anyway, but it's better than the just all over the place kind of left, right, left, right, left, right lights he normally does. And a couple upgrades. This is the Bluetooth version. Huge upgrade is the smoke unit. So it's got puffing smoke, and it'll kind of do a puff, puff, puff. But it's warming up, and I have a that's on its own speed, or on its own switch. So here's on and off for the smoke. So I got the eyes upgraded. big speaker upgrade. I upgraded to a bigger speaker. And it sounds better. I can dial it in because it's Bluetooth. But this is the really cool thing. I got a this is the headlight that a coworker made for me. 3D printed this. I gave him all of the dimensions that I wanted, and so he was able to 3D print that. I got a coat of primer on there, and then 3 coats of vinyl, and then I have a LED in right there. So that's going off the Bluetooth main board, and I also have the rear LED hooked up as well. And so the front light is, I also have a button for him too. So we got Thomas right there. And it's got the official sounds of Thomas.
All aboard! All right! Full steam ahead! All right!
And it's got the whistle. But I can go reverse, forward. It does not chuff in time because of the limitations of the space. But he works. The front headlight is always on. The rear headlight is only on when in reverse. So as soon as I click forward, there's a little bump in my track. As soon as I go reverse, it clicks back on. And I can see that. There's a little piece of something under there. But that's pretty much all the upgrades. This is the original 2012 version, which has basically higher quality paint. The later ones, they got real cheap. And this also has the all-metal coupler on here, which you can open and close like that. So it's the highest grade of all the different parts. But there you go. Thomas, Trolley, and Jurassic Park Vulcan Diesel locomotive. But there you go. That's all 3. Finally got those done. Thanks for watching.